Hey family, I'm back with another live. If this is your first time visiting, welcome. If this is your second time returning or more, welcome back. I want to go ahead and give thanks to the Most High for being all seeing, all knowing, all present, being all good, and being the only wise God, and giving thanks to my ancestors for their sacred knowledge, wisdom, and strength, and giving thanks to my spirit team for their guidance and support. Okay, so I have some cards already pulled. We want to go ahead and get into this reading. Okay, we have some side messages that came out as I started this live. This video. I went live, but we had a disruption. There was an urgent rush to kind of bombard my live, so I decided to go ahead and do a video. Okay, so game is on. Game on. Okay. Somebody say, I watch you under a fake account because ask me why. Okay, so somebody watches under a fake account. Okay, and somebody is masked to deceive. Okay, there was masked to deceive in my last video I tried to put up. Okay, we have someone looking for ways to deceive. You may hear the horn in the background. That's one of the ops that are getting paid to be a distraction. So just bear with me. Okay. So just know she's at work. Okay. All right. And yeah, and some about an ambulance. Okay. So there's supposed to be some sort of urgency. Okay. There's some cards that pulled up underneath the bottom of the deck, but there's no need to go into that. And we have something happening in 72 hours. There's a message of concern. Okay. 72 hours. So we're going to clarify all of these. Divine timing is at play. So we're going to go ahead and get into this reading. Oh, yeah, there's one other reading. This was the ancestors message. Okay. So the one ancestors message that popped out, that divine timing is at play. Okay. And avoiding you is how I protect myself. I can't face what I'm feeling, so I disappear. Okay, so the person who did that smear campaign or that little call and disrupt the live, they couldn't show their face, is what I'm picking up. Okay, so we're going to go ahead. So I asked Spirit, what happened? You know, they was like, okay, there was a tower. Somebody disrupted something. Okay, and which is coming true, the star card. Okay. So I clarified. I'm going to go ahead and clarify the Tower card. Okay, the Tower card came out with 3 of Wands. So some people were watching. Okay, somebody wanted to see a tower. Okay, with the 3 of Wands. That's someone having foresight. Okay, and we have someone who couldn't make up their mind. They didn't want to see something with the 2 of Swords. Okay, they were blindfolded to a situation. Okay, we have the Page of Cups. Okay, so this is the energy of a kind gesture. Okay. Okay, and we have success, the 6 of Wands energy. So this was some sort of achievement that they were able to accomplish. Okay, they got paid. Okay, 10 of Pentacles. Okay, so we'll clarify and find out what's going on. So now I'm about to clarify the Star card. Okay. And we have this 9 of Pentacles. This is a Virgo energy. Okay, had an idea of a way to make some money. Okay, to create some sort of nightmare. You know, I guess with all the disturbances that's going on, it's supposed to bring someone to some type of, you know, some scary moment or something. I don't know. So we're going to go ahead and clarify those. So there was another question that I asked answers to, and it came out with libation. So somebody had a hand in someone creating this tower. You see how someone's guiding someone's hand, teaching them how to do whatever it is they needed them to do. In that situation, it was to be of assistance to this person who created this tower, wanted to create this nightmare. Take it how it resonate. Okay. And then we have a goal. So they all had a goal. Okay. And there was a little project that they were all a part of. We're going to find out what that is. Okay. Um, we have something for the Hierophant came out as well. So that's another crown message. So I pulled 3 cards. So there's a Hierophant energy, someone who's sharing, some traditional, some value. Okay. A structured information, connected to the Most High. Okay. And they wanted this person to stop. Okay. That's the card that came out to clarify. They wanted that person to stop it. Okay. We did get the bully in reverse. So this bully is, was defeated. Okay. They were defeated. Okay. And the last one is the world card. Okay. So they didn't want the world to see that they were defeated. So they sent out some sort of um, situation, I guess, to create a tower. Okay. So I guess, this person was felt threatened. Okay. Based on the information that came out. I don't know why this King of Wands is here. They could have been threatened and intimidated by a King of Wands. Okay, for some reason or another, it came out. I didn't see it at first. So let's go ahead and clarify. The wishes come true. Okay, let's see what they wanted to stop and what plans they had around it. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and start with this Nine of Pentacles. Okay, we're just gonna pull out 3 energies and find out what's going on. Give me a second to clarify these cards. Let me straighten them up. How about that? Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Okay, so let's see. Get them all in the face in the right direction. I kind of just jumped on the video, just trying to keep it moving. Okay, so let's see. Give me a second. I'm busy. Let me find out. We got to put him on the list too. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Okay, I'm almost done. Okay, we are complete. Okay, boom. All right, so let's go ahead and shuffle these up a little bit. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Okay. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and clarify this. I'm trying to create a little space. Jesus. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and clarify this 9 of Pentacles here. Let's see what comes out. So clarify the 9 of Pentacles for me, please, Spirit. Okay, so they were supposed to create some sort of accident. Okay, so there's supposed to be some sort of accident. Okay, in a way of showing justice. Okay, it could have been for justice. Okay, yeah, someone was tied to a commitment. They wanted somebody to believe something that they were out to do. Okay, so this was to create some sort of commitment, tie somebody to something. Okay, so this has something to do with an outside person. Okay, with this justice, they want to keep somebody tied to justice or to this Libra energy by creating some sort of accident. Okay, so let's go in and find out about this commitment. Okay, tell me about this commitment. Okay, they wanted somebody to live and learn something. Okay, they wanted somebody to live and learn something. Okay, Somebody had backtracked into a situation, tiptoed, acting shady, sneaking around, avoid getting caught in a situation. Okay. Okay. So somebody said, okay. Okay, fine. Like, okay. So it looked like somebody had an idea. Okay. Okay. That somebody was tiptoeing back into something and that they was living and learning something. They lived and learned something from that. Okay, about this person being tied in a commitment. Okay, let's see. We're going to clarify justice. Okay, let's see why she's here. Okay, so tell me about justice. Okay, they were supposed to get some money, honey. Somebody hit it, struck it. They have some luck. Okay, so tell me more about this justice. Okay, so we got 4 cards that came out. So we have justice. Okay, some about some luck. Okay, 5 of Pentacles. This is a Taurus energy. Okay, so it could have been going to a Taurus. And this spiritual narcissist pops up in the energy. Okay, so I don't know what that's about. Okay, but yeah, somebody is sorry, not sorry. Okay, they wanted to show that they were sorry, but not sorry for that somebody was getting some sort of blessing. Okay, so don't forget we're clarifying this Knight of Pentacles, this Virgo energy. Okay, so there was an accident. Tell me about this accident. Okay, so the schedule didn't, something was scheduled, but it didn't work out, but something was scheduled, but it failed. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah, this protest, somebody shouted them out. Okay. Somebody was shouted out. Okay. Yeah, and they got caught in a trap. They were trapped in their accident. So let's find out. Let's go into it a little deeper. Okay. So let's talk about this schedule that failed. Okay, let's see. Yeah, there was evidence. Okay. There was some sort of evidence about this scheduling that failed. Okay. This somebody was knocked up, pregnancy, baby on the way. Okay, so there has to could have been some evidence around somebody being pregnant, being knocked up, having nothing else to do. Okay, so something about next month. I clarified this card earlier, and I believe somebody's supposed to be going to jail next month. Okay, so they wanted to create some sort of scheduling. Okay, we're going to find out what is the scheduling about. Clarify schedule. Okay, they wanted to rob somebody. They wanted to take something from somebody. Tell me more about this schedule. Yeah, they wanted to create some sort of sneaky link around a schedule, but it didn't work out. They wanted to bring an ending to a situation, but they failed. Okay, so that's what that schedule was all about. Next, they wanted to create, there was some sort of protest. Something was brought out, was spoke about. Let's find out what that was all about. Protests. Okay, so tell me about this protest. Okay, that there was some trolling going on. Like I mentioned earlier, I'm doing a video, but normally I will go live. Okay, so there was some trolling. Okay, so tell me about the trolling. Okay, they were saying anything is possible. So do whatever you can, do whatever you needed to do. Okay, clarify that. Yeah, they start running. Okay, they did whatever they need to do and they all just ran out. Okay, tell me more. Yeah, they said it was true. Okay, true. That they was on a roller coaster ride. They had highs and lows full of on and off, hot and cold situations. So it was almost like, a bum rush. Try to bum rush the situation. Okay. So they lied and said it wasn't true. Okay, so let's clarify. Because true was in the reverse. True was in the reverse. So tell me about this true. What wasn't true? Yeah, that they was right is in reverse. So they was trying to say somebody was wrong. Okay, that whatever happened, it wasn't right on this adventure that they went on. Okay, something wasn't right. Okay, there was their way of showing some type of care for someone in this adventure. Okay, they said something wasn't right. They was actually caring for someone. Okay, but we have endorsement. Okay, so this is like a sense of bribing someone. Okay, so it says sensing something unexplainable, feeling, listening to intuition. Okay, so they try to bribe someone and said they wasn't listening to their intuition or saying something wasn't right, it was wrong. Okay, but somehow whatever happened, they got caught. Okay, they got caught in something that wasn't right. Is that what they're trying to say? I don't know. Let's see what happened with this trap. Yeah, they had somebody sitting on a rebound. Okay, they was on a rebound. Okay, that's flighty, temporary, optional, unpredictable intentions. Okay, and it says squad. So they had a couple of girls. Okay, that close friends, birds of a feather flock together, soul tribe. Okay, so this is the people that they work with. They try to say that they weren't friends, they weren't alliance because it fell in the reverse. That was a lie. Okay, let's see. Then we have Queen of Coins. Okay, so there's a Queen of Coins that popped up. Let's see what's about her. They could have been put on red, left on red, not in the mood, avoided. So somebody could have been avoiding someone, had their friends to not befriend someone, their squad not to befriend someone, to put them on red, okay, to um, create some sort of avoidance is what I'm getting. Their friends, their squad to not befriend something. So it could have been something like not participate, don't like that video or whatever. Okay, remember they were on a rebound, they were ready to take action. Okay, with this Queen of Pentacles. Let's clarify the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, so this person know they fucked up. Okay, they already know they fucked up. Okay, they already know that whatever happened, they were being audited, things were written down, they were being watched. Okay, they could not believe it. It's in the reverse. Okay, so let's clarify the squad. Okay, so they wasn't trying to butter up on nobody. Like, don't like they stuff, don't like they stuff, come against them. Don't butter them up, butter them down. You know what I'm saying? It's like turnt. Party animals, sex, drugs, alcohol, indulging in surface pleasures. So I guess they were all high and turnt. You know what I mean? We got this King of Cups here. He showed up. Let's get one energy per around him. They wanted somebody to, I guess they wanted somebody to like keep your hands off. Like, don't touch. Like, get back. Hands off. Territorial lover. Staking claims, scaring off the competition. They wanted somebody to keep off. Like, don't like it. Okay. Don't befriend these people. Alliance in the reverse. Go ahead and clarify. Okay. So, Page of Cups. So this is like the kind gesture. This is what you give someone as appreciation, as the acknowledgement. I like you. You're cool. Whatever. But they was like, don't do that. Don't do that. It's like, oh, don't do that. I don't know about this sweet dreams and satisfaction. They don't want anybody to have any satisfaction. They didn't want anybody to be comfortable. That's what it was. It was an offer, okay, of, remember, this is reverse. This friends in reverse. Okay, so they didn't want anybody to be comfortable. Okay, an offer of not being comfortable. Okay, they wanted somebody to be comfortable. It's such an upright, but it's under clarifying. Yeah, friends not. Okay, there was some type of disturbance, which they did. They brought a little disturbance. Okay, they could have had a contract with these people for about 6 months. I don't know. Let's clarify. Give me one energy to clarify this 6 months. Okay, this was a person who was body shaming, low self esteem, low self worth, negative body image, feeling judged. Okay, so they could have had a contract for 6 months. Okay, to bring some sort of disturbance to someone's comfortability. Okay. So, like I said, people have to fulfill their, by taking action. So they're supposed to take action, bring some type of uncomfortability. Don't like these people. Don't like them. Make them feel uncomfortable on their live. Do whatever you can. Anything works. Anything goes. Right. Okay, so that was the energy around this justice. Okay, they lived and learned something though. Okay, that somebody tiptoed back into a situation. Okay, let's find out what that's about. Somebody said, okay, like somebody agreed with this plan that this Virgo had. Okay, and there was supposed to be some sort of blessing behind it. Like, sorry, not sorry, but there's a blessing behind it. Okay, so let's see what this blessing was. Okay, somebody wasn't hesitant. You know, they kind of jumped right in. Okay, somebody was fake flexing. They supposed to go in and be a blessing and create some type of disturbance. Okay, they were stressed to bring some type of stress to someone's life, a blessing. Hesitant was made up. They was going to come in fake flexing, showing off, prideful, conceited, flashy, and boasty. Okay, so they was bringing some type of stress to this person. They kind of stressed this person out, calling it a blessing. Okay, so somebody okayed something. Let's talk about who okayed what. Okay, there was a page of cups, page of coins. So that was actually an opportunity. Okay, magic, to do some magic with someone, on someone. Okay, to keep somebody all up in their feelings. Deep love, soul connection, feeling at home. Okay, so somebody lived, they learned something. They were like, oh, really? Let me, like, okay, really? So let's see what they came up with. So they like repo. Let's take away something from these people. Let's repo. Let's all look and watch and do a repo soon. Okay, like let's do it soon. Okay, and lipstick evidence, infidelity, caught cheating, betrayed. So it's like this is going to show that we are coming together for some type of betrayal evidence. Okay, okay. So we got somebody back into a situation, acting shady, sneaking around, avoiding. Okay, so they was tiptoeing back to go get a gift. Okay, somebody was put on red. They was like left out in the cold, not in the mood, avoidance. Okay, so there was the wheel of fortune that was turning with how things turn out, and there was some sort of confusion or illusion. Okay, that's the Seven of Cups energy. There's a bunch of choices. Okay, so it could have been confusion. It could have been something online that people were choosing from as well. That is my card of saying look at something online, making a choice. Okay, so they could have found something that they like. It was cloud nine, emotional fulfillment, expectations met, ecstatic. They were super happy about it. Okay, so then the idea was to work behind someone's back. Okay, with the Three of Cups energy. Okay. Tell me about this Three of Cups. Tell me this third wheel energy working behind someone's back. Clarify that. Okay, so this was the last straw. Okay, look, this is the last time we get a chance to do this. There's limitations, breaking points, overwhelmed. So it's like this was the last straw. So this was like the last time that somebody was able to do this. So they wanted to, I don't know, wear a mask. Okay, to overturn somebody's success moving forward with the Chariot. Okay, so they masked themselves. This is actually an energy where this is people that present themselves to be one way in front of somebody and really not, like fake accounts type of energy. Okay, but they wanted to stop this Chariot. They wanted to stop this success. They wanted to stop this forward movement. Okay. Okay, so there were some cards that came out. So there was something supposed to happen for 6 months of disturbance. Okay, somebody's sweet dreams, uncomfortable. Okay, and not to have friends. Keep your hands off. King of the Cups. Okay, they was not buttering somebody up to have a turn party. Yeah, they wasn't able to butter someone up the squad. They couldn't believe that this person was not participating and that they were caught trying to set this person up. Okay, because they were caught trolling. Okay, so this is part of someone's wishes coming true. Okay, so now we got somebody. Let me put these back over here. Now there was an idea. That person had all kind of plans around somebody wishes and dreams coming true. They got caught. They felt kind of stupid. Okay, this is the idea that they had. Okay, to make some money. All right, so we're going to go into that. Let's go ahead and use this deck here. Yeah, I'm still getting somebody okay it, right? Because when you have an idea, you got to have somebody to okay it. Okay, so there was somebody seeing an opportunity to try to win something. Okay, so it could have been this Queen of Cups. Okay, it could have something to do with the Nine of Wands. Okay, and somebody who's self-loving themselves. Okay, they could have been in a relationship and they wanted to have the many professions to kind of come in and play some mind games in the situation. Okay, that's what I am seeing in front of me. Okay, remember there was an idea to create some type of Nine of Swords. Create a nightmare for someone in some kind of way. Okay, well, whatever plans that they had. Okay, so this is the Ace of Pentacles. This is the idea of somebody getting some money. The thought of idea of getting some money, and I'm seeing all different kind of people showing up now around this Nine of Pentacles. We got an imposter showing up. Okay, so this person is, they're here. Okay, who else is here? This Queen of Cups, they showed up. Okay, let's see. Okay, somebody would not withdraw. I don't know why. We got withdraw in the reverse. So somebody wouldn't back up off of a situation. Okay, they wanted to stay a part of something. Okay, let me go ahead and put these cards together. Somebody could have wanted something to be let go. Remember, somebody wanted to stay a part of it. The let go is there, but I don't think they wanted to let go. They wanted to collaborate with this Three of Pentacles. They wanted to be a part of this. Okay, so let's see. Let's clarify. Why is this page of Ace of Pentacles here? Somebody had a memory of something. They had a memory. Okay, let's see what this memory was about. Okay, about a high priestess. Okay, this is a person who knows, who's connected with the Most High, who listens to her intuition. She has a sense, she has ability to be able to sense things, see things, feel things. Okay, kind of know what's going on behind the scene. Okay, so this person had a memory of this person, and they wanted to, they felt sorry, apologized. They could have wanted to apologize. They wanted that person to apologize, or they wanted to apologize. I don't know. Okay, so tell me more. That's the memory. Okay, so tell me more about this Ace of Pentacles. Okay, somebody said yes. Okay, so they wanted to go ahead with something. They wanted this person to apologize. Okay, so they wanted somebody to be overloaded. Overloaded in a situation. They were like, yes, let's overload this person. Let this make them feel like overloaded. Like, oh my God, what am I going to do? Ooh, so much. I think that was part of the video with all of the people coming in, kind of flooding the situation. They look really silly because my ancestors had just dropped the message that there are people here to deceive and to look for ways to deceive. So I was just pulling those out. And as it was happening, my ancestors was on point, on time. Okay. So it says something about under a fake account. Okay. This is also came out. They were under a fake account. Okay. So let's see. So somebody said yes at this idea. They wanted to overload somebody. Okay. So let's see one more other energy. Okay. So 10 of Wands. Okay. So this is like burden. Like, oh, heavy burden. Like, oh my God. Like, this is so heavy. So much going on. Oh my God. What am I going to do? Okay. So we got somebody homeless at the bottom of the deck. This is giving me Sagittarius energy. They wanted to overload that person. Okay. They wanted this person to be like overwhelmed. Okay, yeah, they wanted to feel deserving of this Queen of Pentacles. I mean, this Leo energy. Yeah, I don't know. They wanted this person to this is a Virgo energy. Yeah, they want this person to feel some sort of loss. They want the Sagittarius to feel sad or, messed up. But yeah, so I'm getting mean girl type of energy. So we're gonna go ahead and move on. Okay, we understand what they were trying to do. It did not work. Okay, they're gonna have to pay because there was evidence that what they did. Okay, so we're going to move on to this Nine of Swords. This Nine of Swords, this is the energy of somebody like, oh my God, what am I going to do? I got these heads, all of these thoughts, all of these conversations in my head. So there was an intention to overload that person. I believe that was a Sagittarius energy because he was supposed to be successful in a situation, or there was an Aries or something. I don't know. Okay, so this is somebody boss energy. They in their pride. You know what I'm saying? So they prideful sitting there looking at this person going through this Nine of Swords, and they was like, yes. I don't know if they saying yes or what they saying yes to, but this is what the energy is reading. Okay, they withdrew. They withdrew from the situation. Whatever it was, what did they withdraw from? Let's find out. Okay, there was supposed to be some distress, act with urgency, assistance needed. They did not participate. They did not act with urgency. They was not a part of this ambulance call. They was not part of this disaster. Okay, Five of Cups, they were sad that it probably happened. They didn't want to see it happen. You know what I'm saying? They cared. Yeah, this Temperance energy, Sagittarius energy, healing energy, balance energy, peace energy, Sagittarius energy. Okay, so somebody say yes. Okay, let's do it. Okay, so I don't know if they took any dirty money or what came out sideways. We clarifying this yes energy. So there was some type of, oh yes, but there was some savings of it says meanness collection. So it was a collection to be mean. It's like a bunch of people go out there and thrash people, trash people, to be mean, to try to do some type of four swords, have people lay back there and think about the shit that happened, and you know what I mean, trying to get all up in your heads. To somebody who was keeping it 100, they wanted this person to be stressed, but it did not work. Okay, it did not work at all. Okay, so we got this pride guy over here sitting in his pride. He could have been a king of swords, okay, or could have been an emperor or some type of energy, boss energy, right here with this. Okay, sitting in pride. Okay, we're clarifying them. They wanted to be blind in the situation. They didn't want to be seen. Okay, but they was a part of this, you know, um, campaign, whatever. Okay, they didn't want them to be seen that they had many hands in the situation, that they could have had the idea. This could be a Pisces, their idea. They could have wanted to be blind in the situation. Okay, they they were gaining out of the situation. They were gaining. I don't know. Somebody could have been wanting to fight. That somebody was mad. That somebody wanted to look like somebody kind of started something, gaining an idea of a profession. People having many people hands in a situation. I don't know. Okay, they want to be blind when it comes to this person. Um, in pride, I don't know. Let's clarify that with one card. The pride and blind, like what's the common denominator? Yeah, this imposter. Okay, they wanted to be the one to make you see something go down, blah, 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 blah. They failed. They punks. They weak. They failed. Yeah. Okay. So anyway, we just getting a record. We setting the record straight. We going ahead and just going ahead and just putting this out there. Okay. Let them know they hit a tower. What they did is already done. It's already recorded. Okay. So they can't get out of it. There's nothing that they can do. Okay. So there's somebody who's looking, waiting. Okay. Or watching this tower. Okay. They're watching this tower. Okay, so that's the first card that came up. They was watching. So let's get into that. Tell me about this Three of Wands, Aries energy. They was like, no, they didn't want something to happen. They didn't want it to happen. They didn't want the tower to hit. They was preventing. They was Six of Wands. They know that they were winning and doing something. Okay, they wanted to be successful in a situation. That was good news for them. They wanted something positive to happen. Okay, they didn't want it to happen. It was good news. They were celebrating, and they saw something happen. They didn't. They didn't want it to happen. Is what I'm getting. Okay, let's go ahead and clarify this. No. Okay, this was the Ace of Wands. It was an opportunity. Ace of Pentacles. Somebody who thought about something. They said no. Okay, then somebody said go. Yeah, we're gonna go with it. Okay, that's a Capricorn energy. It could have been with somebody who was ill. They was sick. Okay, they wanted to get some type of excitement out of this disaster. I know this energy from this deck. This person is, they get off on disasters. They get off on, yeah, they was in their head. Okay, um, they was in their head about playing some type of mind games, manipulation, scare tactics for somebody who had a new boo. Okay, and they wanted somebody to let something go, but they refused to. Okay, that just came out. Okay, about this sick person, this ill person. Okay, so something go. Tell me about the go. Okay, somebody said go. Yes, let's create a nightmare. Yeah, let's get in. Everybody join in. Let's go create a nightmare. Oh my God. Everybody's happy. Okay, you got this homeless person here. Okay, so they ended up being afraid. They experienced a nightmare. Okay, this person here who was a sleeping princess, unmotivated, procrastinated, putting things off. They could have been just laying there thinking about this homeless person, and possibly wanted to create a nightmare for them. So somebody said go for it. Go ahead and do it. Okay, so let's think about this sleeping princess. What is this energy? They said yes. Okay, the sleeping princess said yes. Let's do it. Okay, they wanted some mean money savings. They said okay, I'll do it. Okay, yeah, they wanted to be blind in the situation. They didn't want to be seen. Okay. There's this homeless person. We're going to clarify this homeless energy. Okay, they were sitting there. They said yes. Okay, so this homeless person said yes. Okay, they felt deserving. This is a person that this is a Virgo energy. They wanted yes. They wanted to say yes. They said yes. Okay, to a person that was homeless. Okay, this person had self love. Okay, something was supposed to take place tomorrow at the bottom of the deck, or it could have something to do with Five of Swords, winning at all costs. Okay, so it seems like somebody wanted to get back at this homeless person. Okay, this person could have been in self-love energy. They could have felt love of some self-love. They could have said yes to deserving of some self-love. Okay, this person's sitting here homeless. Okay, so it seems like this person was believing one thing, but then with this nightmare right here, they wanted their decisions to be affected in a negative way. Okay, so I hope they're listening. I hope they're watching. Okay, they could have been laid up with someone. Okay, unknown. Okay, about somebody laid up with someone. So they could have told this person, like, hey, this person is with somebody else. They're laid up with someone. They didn't know, it was unknown, far as who this person was laid up with, far as the nightmare. But somebody was watching this and watching their reaction, I believe, in the situation. Okay, so take that how it resonate. Okay, but there was a they did say go, right? So this is the Ace of Pentacles. So this is the idea to make some money. So everybody's saying go, they're looking at it. It seems like these people are going to different people, trying to get them to participate in a situation, just to kind of create an opportunity around the Ace of Pentacles. Remember, yeah, this Ace of Pentacles right here. Okay, so that was kind of like the energy around it. Let's clarify this Ace of Pentacles. So this is a Capricorn energy. They came with the Six of Pentacles. So they came with an offer that I'll pay you. Six of Pentacles is giving and receiving. They could have went to this online community right there, okay, and came with this offer. Six of Pentacles, Taurus energy. I'll pay you. You do this, you do that, da da da. Let's find out what that opportunity is based around. Tell me now. Okay, there was a person, my boo, a new boo. This person had a new boo. Okay, this is a Virgo energy, Nine of Pentacles. Okay, they was refusing that offer, the Four of Cups. They didn't want somebody to have a new boo. Okay, this Queen of Swords. Okay, they didn't want someone to receive that offer. Four of Cups is like an opportunity of someone missing an opportunity. Okay, what a Nine of Pentacles. Okay, and I guess somebody had a new boo. You know what I'm saying? They didn't want the opportunity with the person that they presented the offer from. They didn't want it. Okay. So we're gonna pull at least one energy around it. I don't really want to spend a whole bunch of time in this. Okay. This Queen of Swords. Okay, they made a vow. You know, I don't know what they do at this altar. I don't know what they do. They could do some type of spell work. I don't know who they vowing to or what entity I'm getting. Okay, then we got this Nine of Cups. I mean, there's some type of wishes fulfillment. Nine of Cups energy, Pisces energy. Okay, they vowed probably to. Okay, this is Temperance energy. This is a Sagittarius energy. So it's like they kind of like vowed to something, someone about a Sagittarius. At this altar, this Queen of Swords did for their wishes to come true with this Temperance energy. Temperance is kind of like healing energy as well. Okay, so somebody refused an offer. There was an offer went out. They didn't want it. They said, I refuse it. It's a Scorpio energy. Let's talk about it. Okay, so somebody was given their heart that they refused. They said, no, thank you. They was like, this cursed. Okay, I don't know if I want to mess with you. Okay, I don't think so. They said something supposed to take time. Okay, they could have been wanting to compromise in the situation. They kind of knew it was probably a frenemy that was part of it. Okay, so that's clarifying the Four of Cups. Now we have the Nine of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles is the Virgo energy. Heavy Virgo in this reading. Okay, somebody said indeed, like indeed, and how do you want what do you need me to do? Okay, then it was like exposed. So right when somebody agreed to do something with this Nine of Pentacles, they immediately got exposed. The sun come out. It shows that their collaboration with the situation. Okay, the Hangman Pisces is here. It was a perspective of how they looked. Okay, could have been working with a Queen of Cups. Okay, they could have had a conversation up all night, late night, spending the night having a conversation about how shit was going to play out. Something got exposed the minute somebody said indeed. So what happened in the indeed? I want to know what happened indeed. They would shout out. As soon as they said indeed and how, and then they got blasted. Yep, this hermit got busted. Got a problem. Virgo energy. Uh-huh. Five of Cups, she immediately became sad. Okay, so now she's sad. She's having a plan to make somebody else sad. And when she's trying to get people to sign up, and then, she was being watched all along. So she got busted up. She got shouted out right in the middle on blast. Like, boom. She tried to get somebody else to take a chance to do something. She was playing with this spell work, this magic. Okay, trying to give her heart, to somebody who didn't want it. So she tried to make a situation be what it is, and she got busted. Okay, working with this sick person here. Okay, and tainting, trying to harm this homeless person. Okay, because they have feelings. They want. I don't. They want to be laid up. But why were they afraid to lay up with somebody? Like, I don't know. So let's go ahead and clarify. So they was kind of watching. When they got watched, they got a tower. This is what this tower is about. Boom. It's over. It's a wrap. Okay. So that's why that person came into my life, trying to bring all of that salty drama on someone else's wish to come true, and it ended up blowing up in their face. Okay, it did. It ended up blowing up in their face. Okay, so now somebody's at a stalemate. They didn't know what to do. This is Libra energy. Let's find out what's going on with this Libra. Okay, they said indeed. Okay, even though she got this person, got this Two of Swords on their face, covering their eyes, at a stalemate, don't know what to do. Somebody said indeed. They agreed to go with something. Let me find out. Okay, they said take a chance. She's like this. They say take a chance. Virgo. That's the Virgo energy came back out. Okay. You said, something about a curse in reverse. It's like, I don't want to be a part of no curse, though. Like, I don't think this person wanted to be a part of the curse. Or I don't know if this person didn't mention the curse. Okay. But they took a chance, indeed. Indeed. Take a chance. Knight of Pentacles, curse in reverse. Take a chance to do what? Yeah, they want somebody to vow. Once you vow, you tie it in. Once you tie yourself in, you're committed to something. Remember, something was supposed to take place for 3 months, 6 months, or something like that. So that's what they wanted somebody to take a chance to do, of giving their heart in a situation. Okay, they said they heart to be this part, to be a part of that. Okay, so they wanted this person to be a part of it. Okay, they couldn't really make up their mind. I don't know. What was the surprise? Like, why this person couldn't make up their mind? Because they didn't have their new boo. They didn't know about this person. They didn't know about this new boo. You know what I mean? So they didn't know because the person, I don't think they knew. They knew who this person was. Okay? Let's find out what the vow was for. There was a vow. They, there was no snack or whatever, but it's somebody trying to just make somebody be a part of something. Like they trying to tell me about this vow. Okay, yeah, she came back out. Somebody wants somebody to vow to this sick person and hook up with somebody. Why somebody Pisces water sign watch? You know, spilling the tea. I guess I just spilled the tea. Somebody said go with it, go with it, go for it. Let's do it. I don't know. That was indeed. Take a chance. New boo. Let's see what this is about. Tell me about this new boo. It was make believe. It wasn't even real. They was unknown. They didn't know nothing about nothing. They just wanted somebody to believe a lie. Okay, they use their imagination to create something. Okay, somebody who was just chilling, relaxing. Okay, that could have been a Taurus, a Virgo. It could have been somebody who was reading upon something. Okay, sleep in progress, sleeping princess. They wanted, you know, to choose between an option or something. They was looking for like different people, reading about different people, their imagination. I don't know. It's crazy. Is there anything else we need to know about this? Yeah, there was an idea to make some money. Yeah, the devil was involved. Capricorn energy. Some type of obsession. They try to hook some people, okay, with the collaboration, okay, to create people's sadness. Five of Cups. They was looking for people to create sadness in their life with collaboration. Okay, so nonetheless, they found someone with this Page of Cups, what we're about to clarify next. Okay, so tell me about this Page of Cups. Okay, somebody said end it now. Okay, I don't know what happened, but something came to an end. They said let it go. Okay, I don't know what it was. They just kept going. It was like somebody wanted to glow up. So this glow up, it's like this is what it was. When they came in and flooded the channel, they was trying to create an urgent call for this person. Remember I said earlier that this person get off on disasters and things going wrong and people being sad and all this stuff. So this is somebody out there finding all of these people to participate with these new boos to do this. And this other person was blindfolded. They were trying to get her to, choose which one. Remember, she was trying to find people, okay? And, and sad people, I guess, to create some sadness for, which was all the people that came in that joined the live and just blasted the live. Those were the sad people. That's the ones that end up all sad. Okay, because look at this. Somebody said, end it now, let it go. Okay, then it said, boom. Somebody blew up like this. Make it make sense. Okay, so somebody kept saying it's not the right time. It's not the right time. Right. So this made her be a part of something. She was had her blindfold on. You saw her up there trying to convince somebody to do something, and she didn't really want to do it. She was like, I don't know, I don't know. So she forced herself. Creepy. So now this person want to fight. Okay. Now they want to throw hands, disagreements, hostility. They want to send a message. Somebody going out there, a reckless message. Okay, about this Two of Cups and then Seven of Swords. Okay, so now I'm reading the cards. Okay, somebody went backtracking into a situation. When they went backtracking into a situation, okay, that was good news. Okay, because they wanted this urgency call. Because when that person set up, ended up in that Nine of Swords energy over here, remember? This person, that was part of this glow up. Okay? This was part of this glow up. This, when they said end it now. It's like people was panicking. You know what I mean? They like saying end it now, let it go, da 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 da. And they went on ahead and kept on going. You know what I'm saying? So that created some sort of disaster. But it was good news for some people. But why is the backtracking good news when somebody is in the Seven of Swords energy and the Two of Cups? Seven of Swords is the energy of somebody stealing, lying, betrayal, all of that wrong things in tarot, right? But it's part of a glow up. I don't know. This is not making, I don't, they weird. I don't want to go too deep. Let's clarify, let it go, and end it now. And I'm done. Move over to the next card. Okay, was something planned on behind the moon? Scorpio energy. Okay, they were supposed to create some sort of loss for someone. Like I said, okay, to overwhelm someone. Okay, for them to be apology. That's the energy, low vibrational energy that they zap and get in and just, you know what I'm saying, just take from you. Okay, end it now. Okay, this all of the hands came in. They was doing what they were supposed to do. You know what I mean? The sun card there, strength was there. They was trying to, make sure that something happens. Okay. Yesterday was there. Something from yesterday. Okay, they wanted to try to bring some type of money, wealth, investment into the situation. They wanted to somebody wealth, estate, financial, King of Pentacles. Okay, High Priestess was there. A long road was there. This is the energy where they go and they body shame, tear people down, beat people up along the road, just to kind of bring their energy down so they can go in and do like a destiny swap type of energy, like zap your energy. Yeah, but they wanted to be blind in a situation. Remember, this imposter wanted to be blind. They didn't want to be seen, but they ended up being seen. Okay, in a sweetheart relationship. Take that how resonate. Okay, so we got the six of somebody was successful. They did it. Okay, whatever they did, they got the six of then whatever was coached. Okay. They was trying to control and manipulate something. Okay, most likely they trying to say most likely something happened. That's what they wanted to do. Most likely somebody was in their head. Okay, so this is the person that's most likely she don't know. Okay, so somebody okayed something. Okay, Four of Cups. Somebody refused an offer from this Queen of Swords. So somebody said okay, but they lied. They said okay, and it was refused. Now this person is all up in their head, thinking most likely. Most likely what? What was a surprise? Yeah, the Six of Coins was in reverse. They didn't, whoever did it didn't receive it. They didn't happen. It didn't finish. The control and manipulation is here. Okay. This was where all the people were controlled by. Okay. They gave zero fucks. Okay. That's what okay. They had the idea of giving zero fucks about somebody in the situation. Yeah. This Queen of Swords. No, King of Swords. Okay. So they was like, It's like negative energy, but this was more like a sexual tactic, but at the same time trying to belittle somebody in their mind about that choice that they made. I don't know. It's supposed to bring some type of heartbreak, Three of Swords. This is so low vibrational. It's like they so tacky. That's why they taking their ass to jail. That's the truth. And they going, that's the truth. And they on their way. That's the truth. Aha. 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 Right. Uh-huh. Trying to slay somebody, okay, with the truth. Uh-huh. Try to get off on somebody that was keeping it 100. Okay, they want the intelligence. They trying to connect with somebody who had something going on because they had nothing. Okay, so this person won. The urgency call came in. They ass was under distress. They was under distress. They was in a Three of Swords energy. They was. They was trying to bring it to someone else. How about that? Let's go ahead to this Ten of Pentacles now. Okay, because this is what it was all about. They ain't getting nothing. This imposter is sitting here. Okay, looking all stank. Okay, something's supposed to happen tomorrow. Okay, go is in the reverse. They cannot go. Okay, it's not happened. The shit was stopped. Okay, yeah. Sleeping Beauty still sitting there starving and thirsty. Okay, they can't proceed. Proceed is in the reverse. Okay, they scared as fuck. Why? Because they came to the blast. Okay, anything else? Self love. That was a self love card. Self love came in and stopped everything, put everything on blast. Okay, because they tried to come back to the Ten of Pentacles. They wasn't able to do it. Okay, period, point blank. Capricorn could have been significant on this road trip. Okay, they could have had an idea for this lover's energy. They could have been with the Four of Swords trying to hold on to their finances. There could have been a message born out of truth, about some information being collected about their friends, missing them, and something was blasted. Then they asked was on blast, on sun. They was exposed for everything that they did, being a bully. The bully failed at what they did. Period. Point blank. Okay, we're gonna move on. Okay, heal this energy, clear this energy, child. They mad. Okay, stop hating on people. Jesus Christ, get a life. Okay, nobody don't want you. I mean, you can't go do stuff what you need to do on your own. You need help. You need to go find recruiters to recruit people to make them sad, to make somebody else gain. Then that wasn't even gaining. Now they all left broke. And the whole world was able to see. How about that? Indeed, High Priestess. Indeed. Right. Okay, so look, what is this? Okay, so yeah, this person became thirsty. They left thirsty. They not hungry. They didn't get a chance anything to eat. They failed horribly. That could be their message of concern. Their mask to deceive was discovered. Okay, the Nine of Wands energy here. Okay, what is about this Nine of Wands? Okay, they said not the right time. Okay, and they betrayed them. You know what I'm saying? They betrayed this sick person. Okay, they just left them hanging. Very good. I'm proud of you. They trashed their ass, thrashed their ass. I don't know. They used them, threw them away or something. I don't know. They were arrested. I get up out of this energy, child. They sick. They a bunch of freaks. Okay, they nasty. Okay. Let's see. We're gonna try to switch up with this deck. This will give up way too much information, I think. But we needed to see what was all that tower was about. Yeah, for somebody who was alone. They try to harvest off that person's energy. It didn't work. It hit a tower. Okay? This is what this is about. We just clarified that tower. It did not work. Okay, they have some hands in it with their friends to try to. We got this aid. They wanted some aid for somebody. Something came to an end. It was a death. Okay, let's just clarify some energy. They friends wanted to provide some type of aid for this person. They got fed up. Okay, it didn't work. Okay, they had roller coasters ride up and down. It didn't. It didn't bring it home. Okay, their goal was to let's find out what it was. Okay, they was to try to bring a Nine of Wands energy. They was targeting the Sagittarius. They try to body shame them. Okay, trying to make them feel guilty. But there was evidence. Okay, there was everything. There was nothing scheduled for the Sagittarius, but there was evidence. Okay, because they was trying to get this person to be a part of this project. Okay, they wanted somebody to keep their hands off of somebody else that the Sagittarius wanted to put their hands on, or they wanted to go after, or they try to just do some type of campaign. Let's find out. Let's see. There was some star energy, Sagittarius, Aquarius energy. Okay, there was a page of cups, so there was an offer for their wishes and dreams to come true, and they was like, nope, they didn't participate. Wow, and wow. Okay, give me one more energy. They wanted this person to rob somebody. Okay, they said no. Okay, Nine of Cups. They had their wishes coming true. They wanted their wishes to come true. They said no to some robbery. They asked us under judgment for what they did in that situation. Okay, so we're over here with the Hierophant. Okay, they wanted this Hierophant to stop. Okay, they don't want this person to keep talking, keep sharing their knowledge and wisdom. And they don't want this person to be who they were. You know, they want this person to stop having friends in reverse. Okay, they want this person to be in the Eight of Swords energy, to be all up in their head. Okay, they want this is Gemini energy too. Okay, they wanted this Queen of Swords, okay, to what they were saying for things to be all up in their head and to lose their friend. So what they did, they told everybody to stop. Okay. Um, what they said, Eight of Swords, allure their friends. They wanted something to stop. Okay, because their friends didn't like what they were saying. It could have been something that they told this person they wanted them to stop because they was afraid of something that they were going to say, which they was. Okay, they was going to announce that this bully lost. So something that Queen of Swords is an energy of someone speaking. Okay, they was using mean money to be able to get this done. Sweet dreams. Okay, so there was some sort of calm energy. Remember, with that negative energy, they wanted some type of disturbance. Look, what's right behind it is the Six of Wands. They wanted some type of success out of, you know what I'm saying, just some disturbance for this person and they sweet dreams to bring some type of disturbance to someone's being comfortable. They want to be successful at that. Okay, so they wanted that to stop. They want their friends not to befriend situation. So next we're going to clarify this bully in reverse. Okay, they could not believe what happened to this bully. They couldn't believe it. Yes. Okay. They what they was telling them what happened, how this person ended up losing, that they was a spiritual narcissist. Okay, that's what ended up coming out. They didn't want them to know that they were a spiritual narcissist. Yeah, and they couldn't bring nothing to an end. Okay, they wanted to end something, they couldn't. Okay, they said nah, they couldn't. They could have told them no. You know what I mean? They could have backed up. They could have felt apology, felt sorry for this person, or they could have felt sorry. Yeah, they said right now. Right now, they felt sorry for this person. They want somebody. Like I said, I felt this person crying. Just like, cry me a river. They crying that this person was laid up, couldn't get laid up. I don't know, wanted to lay up, cuddle session with somebody. So they went and used this energy, right? All of this stress energy that they had, all right, that they was apologizing for something that they couldn't bring to an end, and everybody was saying nah, nah, nah. But remember, they had plans to bring some type of sadness to some people. Remember, so this was all part of the glow up. This energy right here is like super low vibrational. It's like they was using that for this person right here who was sick, unless they was sick because they couldn't get none. They couldn't get nobody. Everybody kept saying, nah, nah, nah. Right. They couldn't get no collaboration. Okay. So the whole world knows now that what they were doing, they're in the Ten of Swords, they're in the Ten of Wands energy, they're heavy burden, they're exposed. Okay. They were told to let it go. They didn't want to do it. Or maybe they did. The King of Wands said no. Right. They said no, 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 no. So somebody said. So they thrashed them. Something was thrashed. Clarify thrash. Yeah, this kinky person. She was thrashed. Yeah, and her little turnt parties with the pineapples with the sunglasses that I was telling Sagittarius to be careful of because they was trying to set him up, make him look like a fool. Yeah, and try to create some type of nightmare around him. They probably did. They did. If they did, they're exposed for it because they said they was successful at it. Now we got the world here. Okay, that they were marionetting, puppeteering someone in a situation. The world knows that this person who is was a part of a sneaky link, part of hooking people up, you know what I'm saying, online, okay, and that they use this person as some sort of puppet. Now they can't relax. They up and they cannot rest in this situation. Okay, they unknown about what's going to happen. You know what I'm saying? What's going to happen to their love that they was deserving? They was people pleasing. They was people pleasing this person for this person to love on somebody. Clarify next month. So they knew they was going away next month. So they try to get as much energy as they could from this person. I am not lying, telling the truth. Okay, they're like, yes. Okay, they could not. Now they're overloaded. Okay, that is the reading. Okay, so like I said, all of this deceive to deceive. We can go ahead and clarify these energy. Let's do game on. Okay, what they mean by game on? Game on. Yeah, they wanted things to stop. Okay, they did what they could. Yeah, to let things go. They wanted the person who was doing the live to let it go. They wanted me to let something go. Okay, they wasn't going to get no glow up. They didn't get a glow up. They were supposed to have, but they didn't. Okay, so that was game on. They failed that situation. They could be in a Nine of Swords energy. They could be like feeling like betrayal. It's over. Game over. I watch you under a fake account. Let's clarify that. Okay, somebody was taking action, persevering, moving forward. Okay, somebody said yes. Okay, they was ready to go do what they had to do, whatever it was. It was a family member, family here, Pisces energy, had all the people, hands in it to come in and create this Ten of Swords energy. Okay, but it wasn't for me. It was for them because they ended up with all the swords, even though they tried to bring it my way so they can gain off of it. It didn't happen. Okay, mask to deceive. Okay, so there were some people that came wearing masks, trying to acting like, like, you can't see me, but they remember they were supposed to come invisible, but they wasn't invisible. They wasn't invisible. They wasn't invisible. Yeah, there was no accident. Okay, there was no message of love being sent. There was no money gained. Okay, and the person who it says sun in reverse, something wasn't the sun energies. It shows that is in reverse. Clarify. Okay, somebody wasn't sad. Yeah, somebody wasn't sad. Five of Cups. Somebody wasn't sad. Whatever was exposed, they came out of the sadness. Take it how it resonate. Okay, something was wrong. Okay, it was done wrong. They was found wrong in the situation. I don't know, something about a year. They could have been a part of something for a year. I was surprised about this mass energy. Yeah, their imagination. Was supposed to use their imagination for a year to create some sort of accident with this Knight of Coins. But it's in reverse. They didn't get paid. The sun, it wasn't exposed. Nobody came out of sadness because nobody was sad. So the sadness, they wasn't able to do it. But they was part of a contract, okay? Maybe the person that refused to be a part of a mass to deceive. They did not gain off of that person. That's what that was. Okay, so they was looking for ways to deceive here. See, right? They was looking for ways to deceive. Tell me what's going on here. Okay, yeah, this King of Wands. They was looking for ways to deceive this person. They was looking for ways to possess his finances, Four of Pentacles, Capricorn energy. Okay, they was looking for a way for this person to get dirty money, but they didn't do it. The person is in reverse. Dirty money is in reverse. Okay, they was looking for ways, but they couldn't. Congratulations, King of Wands. Good going, good going, good going. Okay, they failed in the situation. There is an ambulance right here. I don't know what this is about. I don't know if it was an urgency call or what. It's like, when I saw that car, oh yeah, somebody was under judgment for they trying to, this Pisces energy. okay, for trying to rob somebody's energy and watch online. And they said nope. Okay, so that was, I want to clarify that they asked is under. Yeah, it was a page of cups, an offer for this person to do that. This dark energy. So anyway, this ambulance, clarify this ambulance. What's going on? Yeah, this ambulance was Seven of Swords. Watch out. They coming in. They finna be deceived. They finna come in with the hands-off tactics. They don't want nobody to watch your channel. They don't want you to have no peace on there. They're trying to bring some type of situation. It wasn't the right time. Okay, it's like we was ready for you. Okay, you failed to do that. Somebody backtracked in a situation. Okay, again, somebody backtracking the situation. What happened? Five of Pentacles. Okay, so they went back towards the Five of Pentacles. A Taurus energy. They protested it. And guess what? No more hesitation. They made up their mind. They wasn't like, oh my God, what am I going to do? They were like, nah, fuck that. I'm not going. I'm not doing. Hello. Yeah, there was no glow up for the people who was trying to gain off that person's energy. Okay, period, point blank. Okay, this was a message of concern. Okay, it could have been a message that went out to this person to let them know, beware. You know what I'm saying? That this is what they coming to do. Okay, this person who was knocked up, they was pregnant, they was coming after this person blindly. They didn't let this person know that they were coming. They're mad. Yeah, this person who was a sleeping princess, they was ready to come in and harvest this person's energy. They was coming in blindly. For they boo. They were trying to come in for somebody's boo. And they got shouted out. Yeah, they said, okay. Okay, cool. They knew they was ready for that ass. They found out it was a Queen of Wands. Show was her ass got busted. Okay, Ace of Wands was in the verse. The wand did not come up. Okay, it went down. Okay, so she could be pissed off about that. She knows she wasn't deserving of it. Merit making was reversed. That is the Virgo energy. Like I said, the Ten of Swords. They fell on their own swords. I'm hearing. Okay, yeah, and the Eight of Cups, they have to end up taking their ass home. They have to go home. They have to turn back around and go back, okay, because they wasn't successful. Pisces energy. That was the reading, you guys. I'm going to go ahead and heal this energy and get this shit up off my table. You know what I'm saying? Calling my blessed answers to healing love. Thank you for your sacred knowledge, wisdom, and strength. Walk with me as I heal my shadows, okay? And walk with me as I heal these energy shadows. My shadows is fear of visibility, unfulfilled potential, soul contracts, karmic debt, persecution, okay, loss, martyrdom, control issues, fear of responsibility, self-sacrifice, fear of success, and trauma. Okay, thank you, ancestors. Walk with me as I heal this energy, the message of concern, this ambulance, ways to deceive, mass to deceive. Okay, game on. I watch you under a fake account. Ask me why. Okay, avoiding use to protect myself. This coward energy, heal that. Okay, Six of Wands, Ten of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles, Nine of Swords. Okay, we got the Ace of Pentacles. We got this all over the place, a Nine of Pentacles. Okay, the Page of Cups, the Two of Swords, the Three of Wands, this Tower. Okay, this wishes fulfillment, this Star card, this go energy. Okay, we got the Three of Swords, the tomorrow, the Hermit, imposter, SOS, loss, moon, Two of Pentacles, long road, lovers, gain, memories, receipts, Five of Swords, end it now, throwing hands, ideas. Okay, we got zero fucks, fright, proceed, pays the swords, my boo, pride, homeless, 10 of coins, 7 of coins, indeed, Knight of Swords, high priestess, daydream, make believe, um, spilling the beans, mind games, most likely, real estate, yesterday, strength, withdrawal in reverse, keeping it 100, 8 of wands, hooked up. Okay, we have snacks, giving love, trapped, endorsement, care, adventure, right, true, run, anything is possible, trolling, chariot in reverse, mass, last straw, real wheel, third wheel, cloud nine B, turn it down, seven of cups, wheel of fortune, not today, nine of swords, curse in reverse, take a chance, four of wands, nine of cups, cock blocking, detective, gift, tiptoeing, lipstick evidence, soon, viral, six of cups, key player, tower, natural disaster, high roads, three of wands, repo, eternal love, six of wands, knight of wands, cuffing link, fury, live and learn, hook up, night, right, page of cups, confinement, magician in reverse, endorsement to a sword, false, tea time, light bulb moments, food, ten of cups, hung up, two of wands, vibes, petty, seven of pentacles, ace of cups, justice, loneliness. We have the glow up, hesitation, protest. Okay, we got the five of pentacles, backtracking, not the right time, seven of swords, the star, page of cups, nope, judgment, nine of cups, robbery, dirty money, four of swords, king of cups, imagination year, five of cups in reverse. Oh my God, almost done. Thank you, ancestors. Knight of coins, accident, overload, schedule in reverse, evidence, body shaming next month, reservations, people pleasing, unknown, relaxation, introvert, sneaky link, marionettes, nightmare, turnt, kinky ways, trashed, no, ten of wands, collaborations, illness, stress, apology, linked up, hooked up, right now, nah, death, spiritual, narcissist, honey. Okay, we got the origin, we got the eight of cups, merit making, queen of wands. Okay, my boot, sleep in progress, princess, blind, knocked the F up, the sun, the world, the yes, the nine of wands, the gold, believe it, bully in reverse. Okay, highs and lows, roller coaster, fed up, friends, aid, sweet dreams, savings, six of wands, disturbance. Okay, we got the queen of swords, the eight of swords, alliance in reverse. We got the king of wands, threatening, intimidated. Okay, stop, libation, the hierophants. Okay, I am one with the universe because abundance is my birthright. Divine wisdom flows through me effortlessly because abundance is my birthright. My mind is open in divine sight because abundance is my birthright. I'm in tune with my inner knowing because abundance is my birthright. I speak my truth with clarity and confidence because abundance is my birthright. My voice matters and am heard because abundance is my birthright. I express myself freely and authentically because abundance is my birthright. I listen with an open heart and mind because abundance is my birthright. I give and receive love effortlessly because abundance is my birthright. I am worthy of deep unconditional love because abundance is my birthright. I choose compassion and understanding because abundance is my birthright. My heart is healed and whole because abundance is my birthright. I am strong and confident and powerful because abundance is my birthright. I trust myself and my decisions because abundance is my birthright. I'm worthy of success and happiness because abundance is my birthright. I claim my power and embrace my purpose because abundance is my birthright. I embrace my creativity with passion because abundance is my birthright. I am safe, secure, and deeply rooted because abundance is my birthright. My foundation is strong and unshakable because of the abundance of my birthright. I allow myself to experience joy and pleasure because of the abundance of my birthright. Creativity flows effortlessly through me because of the abundance of my birthright. My mind and body is grounded in the present. I trust in the abundance of the universe because abundance is my birthright. Ashe, amen, and so it is. Ashe, amen, and so it is. Thank you for watching the video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.